Hey, welcome back to another episode of Poor Man's Bonsai. Today I'm just going to do a quick video showing you some of these nandina that I have here. These are also known as heavenly bamboo. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, a couple weeks ago I did an Instagram story where I kind of showed the process of me removing a big old nandina bush from my friend's front yard. Well, these were all little plants that were started from a main root that was shooting off of the main plant. If you go back and watch it on Instagram, I saved it as a highlight. But you can see there was a main root that was shooting off a lot of these smaller plants 2, 3, 4, 5 feet away from the main plant. So these are all those where I just kind of hacked them with a shovel, stuck them in a pot, and sure enough, these 4 in particular have branches that are growing out of them. And I had completely cut these back bare, so I know that these are new branches. And it was cool watching them over the last couple weeks kind of sprout little leaves out from between some of these cut branches. And so I'm not going to repot these or anything. I just want to show you some close-ups and show you some of the character of the trunks of these. But I am going to do one thing with this one, and that what I'm going to do is I'm going to break off this branch here. You can see it splits into 2. This is the one that has the leaves growing out of it. So I want to break off this one and actually create a deadwood look with these pliers. It's also known as Jin, J-I-N, and that just really gives it that old tree look. And over time, it'll just dry out and look like this twisted, dead part of the tree that didn't make it, but the rest of it's growing. So I have a little bit of that going on here by accident, just from when I was ripping them out. So yeah, I'll do some close-ups, and then I'll do that little bit of work on this tree right now. Okay, so I've only done this a few times on plants, but it's kind of an aggressive way to give a tree character. But what I'm going to do is start by just cutting off this branch here, and I'm going to take some pliers and just start kind of ripping some bark off and really mutilating sort of the end of the branch here. And what that does is it gives it a look that does not look like it was cut by something with a blade, but rather just over time had broken off. Maybe a boulder had rolled over it, or an animal crushed it, or weather had knocked the branch off, or lightning or whatever. But the idea is you just give the branch the look of it being dead from some natural way rather than something that man has done. So just going to kind of break off some of this bark here, and over time this will dry out and really look cool. And as I'm doing this, it looks like the branch was still alive, but that's okay, because sometimes in order to do this, you do have to kill a living branch. So, but I think this will look really cool as the tree develops. You can't see the top of this tree right now, but this is the branch that has the foliage growing on it. So that's why I felt good about doing it to this branch. So yeah, I'm just gonna mutilate the end a little bit more here, kind of pull some of these pieces down, and I'm not amazing at this, so this doesn't look super clean, but it does look better than just it being cut with the shears. So pull off some of the rest of this bark here. And try to climb it down. There we go. That looks a lot better. Cool. All right. So there we go. We've got this Jin here, this dead wood growing here, and we have the living branch growing up here. And I think over time this will look really, really sweet. And so I'm going to leave this one and the other ones I showed you in the pots for the remainder of the year, and really let the roots develop, because these things were just like nubs when I stuck them in here. And hopefully next year I can repot them and really start making these look really cool and bonsai-like. So thanks for watching.